Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Yulisa. I am a notary signing agent, a signing service owner, a business entrepreneur. I just have a lot of great informational videos if you're interested in getting into the notary business, plus some business videos as well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the current market in the real estate world, the notary business, how it's been, what's been changing, what is going on. If you're interested, please keep watching. We're gonna talk about this because I've had a lot of notaries reach out to me with this concern, and I've been feeling it myself, so I just kind of want to sit down. Let's talk about it. The current market. Let's start with the current market. The current market has been, and I did address this on a recent TikTok. If you've seen it, if you don't follow me there, go follow me there. Oh, the current market. What is it doing? How it's going? How's it going? In the last couple of weeks and months, I've seen and I've heard from all around me in my community nationwide that a lot of notaries, a lot of lenders, realtors are quitting the business. Even title companies are laying off people. I did lose a couple clients because of some laid offs, and it's just really sad because you've been working and devoted to a job for so long, for years and years, even some of these escrow officers for decades, and to see that happening was just really, really sad. I still am in touch with some of them because I genuinely made friendships and connections, but I've seen that happen. And of course, if my clients are being laid off, it takes a toll on me. But for a while, I was in this mindset from the summertime all the way till September. I was in this like negative mindset, like business is slowed, business is down, there's not much business going around. Title companies were stopping to use notaries now and are starting to take their own signings because obviously they want to save as much money and save the customer as much money. And so obviously all of that is completely understandable, but then us notary signing agents are left without much business. Even with losing clients, even with all this market shift, I still make enough revenue every single month to cover my personal expenses, to cover my business expenses, and to live. And I was in this negative mindset for a while, and I did talk about this on a previous video, my September reset video. If you haven't seen that, you might want to check that one out. I was in this mindset, and I was like, no, because there's a couple of things that are completely out of my control. The economy, interest rates, a lot of things are completely out of my control, but there are a lot of things that are in my control. How hard I work, how much I go out there every single day, the education that I keep giving myself in order to add additional services so that I can bring in more income. And that's one of the things too. We can no longer rely on one source of income to live off of. It's completely becoming unstable because even if you do have a corporate job, it's becoming very hard because easily corporations laid you off. I was in this mindset where like, okay, what do I do? Should I continue this business, add on to this business, or find a corporate job? I would still not make as much money as I do in a corporate full-time job. I wouldn't. I'm making a very good, decent amount of money in order for me to stay in the business. One thing that I changed, that I completely just changed, and it's not easy, but it was my mindset. Your mindset is going to build or break your business. You want positive vibes, and that's something that it's taken me a while, but I've completely come into work every single morning and I come in with a positive attitude. I'm like, I am going to go out there. I am going to do this. I have a to-do list. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to be happy. This Bible verse kept coming to my mind a lot recently, a lot today actually, because I'm constantly, obviously, sometimes stressed about like, oh, am I gonna make enough money? Am I making enough money? Now, not only do I have to pay my personal expenses and the business expenses, but now the business has a lot more expenses with an office. And so I'm like, oh, like, and it's the beginning stages of an office. There's a lot. It's like starting a business. When you start a business, there's so much to it. It's a lot. And so this verse kept coming to my mind, and I'm going to read it to you guys. It is a Bible verse from Matthew chapter 6, verse 25 says, "Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Isn't life more than food, and the body more than clothes?" And this kept coming to my mind constantly. And so once you give control of everything to God, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care, because I'm just gonna work hard and let him do the rest, because that's what he's been doing for me forever. And so I'm just gonna continue to do that. And so I shut down the world, I shut down the news, because the news can be good, but it can be very toxic, especially if you're just listening to negativity. Again, it's what you feed your brain with. So instead, why don't we feed our brains with more education, books, better ways to become business owners? Because at the end of the day, we are business owners. We're not employees anymore. If you're a notary signing agent, you are not an employee. You're nobody's employee. You're not your client's employee, your title employee. You're not an employee. You're a business owner. You're a self-contractor, and you have to act like one. And so there are always and forever going to be this highs and lows in the market, in the economy, in everything that we do. And I did hear someone mention that the most successful businesses will grow in the hardest times. And so with this market shift and the interest rates being up, yes, the interest rates are up. Yes, there is less business than there was last year or the year before that, but there is still business. The reason why a lot of signing agents are quitting is because my phone isn't ringing as it did last year. It's not. To be honest, it's not. I have to go out there and I have to prove to them why I should be their preferred notary, or why they even need a notary at all. A lot of them look at me and they're like, well, why do I need a notary? I'm a notary. And then you come in and you tell them why they need you. There are going to obviously be way more challenges than there was last year and the year before, but we cannot allow that to discourage us. And I know that sometimes it's not all positivity. I'm not positive 100% of the time. I wish I was, but I'm not. And there's times where it gets to me, but I want to show you my positive side, because I want to encourage you and inspire you. But I want you to know that you're not alone, feeling discouraged, feeling like, oh, is this something I still want to pursue? Is this something I still want to do? You're not alone in this. I feel the way you feel. I felt that. But I'm just here to tell you that half of the things that we worry about are not in our control. So instead, give up that control that you're trying to have. Control the things that you can control and work on yourself. Work harder. And so I do want to get into this other thought of, should I look for other side hustles? Well, there's actually a lot of services that you can add on to your current notary business to bring in extra revenue and income without leaving your notary business. For example, I am adding several services. I don't know if I think I've talked about this before, but I'm adding, so obviously I do general notary work, and I do notary signing agent, and then I do apostilles. Yes, I do apostilles now. I am adding to that list. I'm working on my immigration forms specialist that you can get off the NNA. And then, especially because I live like near, and I actually live on a border town, so it's very useful to be an immigration form specialist. So I'm working on that from the NNA, and then I'm working on another license that I will talk to you guys about once it's completed. But I'm working on another license. I'm taking the test next week for that one. And then after that, I'm actually working on another license that I should be able to take the test in December for that one. So, but they all kind of will come hand in hand. I've been doing a lot of auto loans notarizations, and then I've been doing I-9 verifications. There's also field inspections, but I do not do those. My husband kind of sort of started getting into it, but I don't really do that. The list is long for services that you can add. I do have a great notary friend, and we kind of talk about this. We kind of are trying to hold each other accountable for the services that we're offering and the services that we keep on adding. There's also, especially, it depends on your state. You have to verify with your state if you can do any of these. But there's also DMV services, insurance broker. I've had a couple different companies reach out to me that they want me to be part of their team, like living trusts and wills and insurance, life insurance and all that. And that would be something I could potentially add down the road, and it all leads to like the same place, you know, like it's all additional services. There are tons of services that you can add out there, but they all kind of will go hand in hand without you having to fully quit your notary business. Because my goal as of now is that my notary business should not be my main source of income. It currently is my main source of income. It's not my only one, but it is my main source of income, and I don't want it to be my main source of income anymore. It's still a pretty good, great business. I love it, but I feel like there's a lot more that I want to do. I want to help people in other ways too. And so this is why I'm trying to expand and add in additional licenses and kind of do the notary signing agent more as an additional service rather than my main source of income. But the main goal should always be to have several sources of income. I think I heard it on a YouTube video that the best way to become financially free and be able to sustain yourself financially and be like live stress free is to have more than one source of income. 3 should be your goal. 5 would be ideal, but 7 would be like your best bet, because if you lose 1 or 2, you're fine. You still have 5 of them. And so ultimately, that is my goal, to have at least 7 different sources of income. And when you mean sources of income, apostilles is one source of income. Notary signing agent is one source of income. General notary work is another source. So, you know, different little services or things that you offer in order to make some money. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is I kind of stopped looking at my numbers in Notary Gadget. So I don't look at my numbers till the end of the month, because I'm constantly like, oh, I haven't done enough. Oh, like I'm doing great, which is great, but then when I'm not doing enough, then it just brings myself down. And I'm like, I am more than numbers. I am more than all these numbers in these spreadsheets. I am what I give value to and who I work for and I service. And if those numbers by the end of the month don't match up, aren't enough, then I'm doing something wrong. And I need to go out there and work harder, make better connections, go to all those events that I feel like I can't go to because I'm just not a social person, and it's hard and it's out of my comfort zone. But sometimes you gotta do things that are out of your comfort zone in order for your business to succeed. The market, guys, is always going to fluctuate. Always, always, always. I was feeling kind of down, and then my dad was telling me, Mija, when I bought our house, I got a 7.5 interest rate. He's like, I didn't care. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a house because I need to buy a house. And that's exactly, people who want to buy a house and need to buy a house are going to buy a house. And obviously what we are not seeing much of are refis, but people that want to buy a house are buying houses. And there is a lot of amazing programs that I've seen that they you can obviously buy points to buy down your interest rate, or you can buy points for, which I'm not going to get into, but there's a lot of programs that they offer to bring down your payment. I just want, the reason for this video is to help you guys not feel discouraged, because one, you're not alone. Like, we're all going through this. I've had conversations with some realtors, some of my escrow officers and lenders, and we're all in the same boat. Everybody's kind of feeling kind of like uncertain, but it is part of it. Like, obviously, I'm young and I don't really remember when was the most recent one? The 2008 like housing market, the 2008 recession. I really don't remember it. I was probably like in 5th grade, I think. So I obviously don't remember like the last recession we were in. And like, I was asking my dad, I'm like, how was it? Like, what happened? And he's like, to be completely honest with you, we didn't lose our house. I didn't lose my job. I really didn't feel it. Obviously, he's like, we saw prices increase, all these things that we're seeing now. He's like, but we weren't directly affected. He's like, thanks to the Lord. So because at the beginning of the year, I was getting very scared. I had a couple realtors who I went to lunch with, and they were like really getting me scared because their broker was getting them scared about the recession and how it's going to go downhill from now. And I'm like, let's just all get out of this mindset. We all just have to learn and how to work through hard times, because better times are coming, and when better times come, then hard times come again. And it's just a cycle and a never-ending one, and we can't quit every time it gets hard. That is just my way of trying to encourage anyone who is still thinking about it, who is in the process of getting commissioned or taking your test or barely starting your business. It's gonna be harder, guys. You're not gonna see those ding 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 messages of, are you available for a signing, like you were seeing before? But now it's even better, because you're gonna see a lot of great signing agents go out there, market, build connections and relationships, and I'm really excited for that, to be honest. I'm gonna leave you guys off on this quote. Back in August, I did attend the Loan Signing System conference, and I don't remember who, but one of was it the 6-figure signing agents? No, I can't remember who, but in one of the sessions, somebody said something, and I remember like when they said it, I was like, wow. And I wrote it down, and then this week I was cleaning, and then that notebook that I used for the conference opened, and it opened there, and it said, I am not going to fail because of lack of effort. And I read that, when was it? Yesterday morning. And I was like, wow, that is so true. Because regardless of what the market looks like, regardless of what the numbers look like out there, the only reason why we would fail is if we give up on ourselves, or we don't go do the things that we know we need to do, but we're uncomfortable doing. Those are the only reasons why we might fail. And I know that I don't want to fail, but if you never know, if we fail, I don't want it to be because I didn't work hard enough, because I could have done this and I didn't, because I could have gone out there and I didn't, no. And I truly 100% believe that the best businesses are built in the hardest times. And right now, what I'm trying to do is obviously educate myself more, adding additional services, going out there even harder to market, and focusing on being positive, feeding my brain with positive things in order for me to produce those positive thoughts. And people like being around a positive person. If you're constantly going to your realtors and lenders and escrow officers and complaining about the numbers, complaining how business has been slowed, they might not want to hear from you, because they are already feeling down. They want someone who makes them feel positive, makes them feel uplifted when they're around you. And so in order for you to produce that, you have to genuinely feed yourself with positive things. And I know sometimes it's hard, and I know sometimes we don't have great days. That was me earlier this week, and over the weekend actually. I did have like a full-on mental breakdown, but there's good days. And I don't know about you, but for me at least, I am a full-on faithful God believer, and I know that He is in control of everything in my life. I just have to work hard. There's so much that He can do for me if I am not willing to do it. And I'm going to go out there and do it, and I'm going to let God do the rest. That's just my perspective on it. So guys, if you're scared about the market, if you're scared and you're about to go into it, or you're already into it and you're like, what did I just do? Don't be. Remember, you're building a business, and a business is not easy to build. It needs a lot of investment, a lot of money, a lot of time and effort and patience before you even break even. And you're building a business. You're a business owner. So your mindset just completely has to shift into this: I'm a business owner. What is plan B? What is plan C, D? You just need to be organized. Mindset has to be positive. And trust me, we will get through this. This too shall pass. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I try to inspire you guys as much as I can. Sometimes when I'm MIA is because I don't have much inspiration, so I can't give it out, but sometimes I'm there a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna do a Q&A on there soon, so go ahead and check that out. And I will be posting for you guys now twice a week. Every Tuesday and Friday you should see a video of me on there. We'll still keep the notary videos once a week, and then I'll throw in like either a business one, or additional services, or side hustles, or finance, or something fun, an office tour, an additional video in there. I think this has been a great chit chat. I think we all should be feeling more inspired today, and definitely feeling a lot more happier than we were. Let me know in the comments down below what other videos you would like to see from me. What do you need help with specifically? And I will make those videos for you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, guys. May God bless you all. Bye.